Welcome to the Unfiltered Book Recap. I am your host, Bria. If you have not met me before, I am reading over adulting on all platforms. Some of you know me as your very smart mother, and I'm here to talk freely about books. And what I mean by that is, I will be spoiling things in a book. I will. This is where I just want to talk 100% freely about them, why I love them, why you should go read them. And if they're available in audios, if you're more of an audio person, then you can enjoy them. This book is available everywhere. This book is called The Poisoner by Ivy Ophelia. When I tell you I'm obsessed with this book, I'm obsessed with this book. I read it and I listened to it on audio, okay, which I just need the audio deserves so much more credit than it does right now. And I'm hoping after this podcast, whenever it starts to blow up, that more people will also just enjoy it. Okay, let's just start from the very beginning. So, this book is about Alina. Alina is a botanist and a hobbyist poisoner. She literally made it her job to learn about herbs and how to use them to help people, but also kill them. So if you decided that you found a man that you were not savory of, you could go to her in secret and she would tell you which ones to use to basically do exactly that. Which, in this day and time, which this is set in a Victorian Gothic era, I live for that, okay? If he's an unsavory man, we don't want that. We don't need that. We are going to do whatever we need to do. Jesus, words. Words are hard. Anyway, so one night, she bumps into our man Silas. Ugh, he's a playboy. He gets around. There's nothing about it. He gets around and he does something to piss her off. She's like, why the fuck are you in my shop? Why are you breaking in? She poisons him and she's like, oh, I'm never gonna see this man again. It is what it is. It's whatever. Until he shows up the next day looking like nothing ever happened. And she goes, why are you still alive? I do not understand. Poisons him again. Shows up the next day, just not at her place of work, but where she lives. He breaks into her house. And she's like, why are you here at night? Why are you doing this? And when I tell you, I love Silas, and the author said this, and I agree with her 100%. She said Silas has the body of Asterion, but the attitude and the personification of Crowley from Supernatural. I knew I loved this man for a reason, for many, many things. When I tell you this is an enemies to lovers story that really will just get you. She tries to kill him multiple times, and one time she tries to kill him with an axe to the head almost, and he goes, marry me. She falls asleep in the tub one night and wakes up with a dead body in the tub with her, with a note from Silas saying, better luck next time. When I tell you I love this book so the way that Ophelia just truly wrote this as she doesn't need anybody, he doesn't need anybody, but they somehow have this bond of we're just going to grow together and see what the hell happens. That's really what it is. But with this back and forth fighting, they call a truce because she almost kills herself. And she's like, well, you need me. And he's like, fine, whatever. So then it turns out that he needs her blood. She wants to use him as an experiment. So now it's turned into we're no longer really enemies. We're now like acquaintances because he will go there at night. So then she can draw his blood and work through his blood and the venom and whatnot. And then she lets him feed on her. It is what it is. Well, there's one night where she gets fed on, but the next morning she feels completely drained. Nothing normal than like the previous time. She's like, something's not right. Like, I feel way more tired than I am. I know I'm taking care of myself after the feeds. Like, what's going on? Come to find out, Silas' homeboy has a brother. Brother gets jealous that he's spending more time with her, and he decides he's going to start stalking her too and feeding off of her. And Silas finds out because she's got bite marks on her back, and that's where the brother normally goes because the brother likes to take blood from the brainstem. When I tell you the amount of things that Ophelia thought of when it came to this book blew my freaking mind, okay? And then he's like, you know what? You just need to get away for a little bit. We need to hide. Is there anywhere we can go? Well, the one person I haven't talked about yet is her best friend, Phoebe. Phoebe is always there. Phoebe's like, you need to get laid. You just need to go out. You just need to do things like stop trying to hold yourself back. Do what you got to do. And she's like, you know what? Phoebe has a party this weekend. Like, let's go there. There has been a pursuer this entire time trying to get with Alina. And Silas is like, my homeboy, she don't like you. Go away. But he keeps trying. He keeps trying every single time. And so over this course of the weekend, you know, body parts are still showing up. Silas is still doing his thing. And he's like, you know what? I'm taking you away. We're just going to go away for a little bit. This man takes her to a museum. She loves the arts. She loves museums. She doesn't like parties. She doesn't like going out. And she goes, why did you bring me here? Like, why did you bring me to this place? And he goes, this is what you love to do. You love to look at art. You love to look at other things. And I love to see the sparkle in your eye when you look at them. This was the moment where I'm like, this man truly does love her. And he's showing it the best way possible without saying that he would crawl to her at this point. Okay. So party's over. She's starting to learn more about vampires. He's learning more about what she does and what can and cannot be touched. Well, then she gets kidnapped by the brother. And with the way that things go down, all I remember is that you learn that Phoebe is also a vampire. And not only is she a vampire, her brother is Silas and this other dude. And I'm like, and they've been trying to figure out like why Phoebe's been the only friend she's been keeping. Like, that is it. Like, they have this whole thing. Then you also learned out that Alina kills her dad. It's a whole thing, because in the very beginning of the book, she talks about how it takes like 36 or 20. Wait, hold on. I have it right here in front of me. Have you ever wondered how long it would take for a lethal dose of arsenic to kill you? 35 hours, 29 minutes, and 15 seconds. And she learns this because she literally watched her father die after she poisoned him. I know this is all over the place, guys, but just like, hear me out. This book is just so freaking good, because once you find out all of this, your mind is blown with how much secrecy has been in place, who's all been involved. She feels like she's been betrayed, bamboozled. She doesn't know who she can trust. So she's able to escape from this hive, basically. And that's where the first book ends. And when I tell you, I immediately started listening to the audiobook again, and I remembered every single thing that happened in this book. I went back to Ophelia and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe all this happened. And she's like, you're already done? I'm like, no, it was almost like that Pandora box moment where the key just got put in and I remembered everything. But like I mentioned earlier, I want to talk about the audio, because there's this clicking sound that they added to the audiobook every time he's hunting her. It intensifies the entire story 10 times more. So much more. So if you have not read The Poisoner by Ophelia, please do so. The second book is coming out. The book eventually does end on a happily ever after. And what I mean by that is she has mentioned that there will be 3 books in this entire series. We're getting book 2, and then book 3 will be the happily ever after. So for those wondering if book 1 ends the happily ever after, it's not the end. It's just right now they're back to enemies, and she would rather, kill him than be around him. So she flees. I hope you love this episode. These episodes will get better. There will be different books. There will be more things for me to get into. If there are other books you would like for me to talk about, please let me know. And thanks for joining the ride.